You know, I swear, every time I try to use StreamYard, they always be changing their UI. Now, ergo, it has been 8 months since I last streamed, but had to get used to doing everything again. It was should have done that before I started streaming, but we live and learn. Anyway, what's up, guys? It's been 8 months since I've last streamed. That's really weird to think about how it's been that long since I last streamed. So I don't usually go that long without streaming. I at least try to stream once every couple of months, but just stuff's been happening. That's also why I've only been uploading like once a month. Just things have been going on, but I've missed streaming, so I've missed like interacting with my audience. So I decided, you know what? I've been wanting to stream for a few days now, actually like about a week now. Why not just make like a casual talking stream? You know, what's the worst that could happen? I've been wanting to stream, like I said, for about a week. I just didn't have any ideas as to what I wanted my stream to be about. But I figured just like a casual chilling and talking stream wouldn't be so bad. Okay. I do need y'all's help with something real quick. I'm gonna play some of the StreamYard music, and can you guys tell me if the music like cuts out at any point? Because on my end it keeps cutting out, but I don't know if it's like that for you guys. So here, I'm gonna play this. Let me turn it down a little bit. I said turn it down a little bit. Okay, tell me if it cuts out at all. I hope it doesn't. It was bugging at the start of the stream for me. But anyway, while that's happening, where are my banners? There's my banners. Okay, perfect. Okay, it seems to be working. I think it's fine. It cut out JK. Alright. Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Like, is it overpowering my audio at all? Because I can't see the stream. So, I'm relying on you guys. Oh man, StreamYard changed their logo. Didn't even notice. Okay, I think the music's fine. Alright. A bit low? Alright, that's fine. As long as you can still like faintly hear it. I don't want it to overpower me, so let's get... Jeez, how do I do this stuff? What's up, everybody? What is this? Polls? I can make polls? What? Well, I gotta try this out. Will this actually go through? Whoa, wait. Can you guys see the poll on like in the chat? How does this work? What are you supposed to... How do you guys vote on this? This is so... What? Oh, type 1 or 2 in the chat. Oh, okay, hold on. Like, guys, like, type either 1 or 2. What do you think's better, bread or cheese? And I think that should go through. 2? Yeah, it does. That's so cool. And cheese with the majority of the vote so far. Okay, that's actually awesome. Okay, that's perfect. That actually makes something so much easier. Okay. Let me stop the poll. How do I get rid of it? Delete. Can I add... Oh, yeah, I can add more options. Okay, I can only add up to 4. Interesting. Very interesting. This is so cool. Okay, that's actually really fun. Alright, that's awesome. QR code. Alright, I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm not familiar with QR codes. Okay. Well, sorry, I'm still like figuring out all this new StreamYard stuff. Dude, I feel like an old person, like looking at technology for the first time. Um, they just have a lot of stuff I've never seen before. So I'm like, it's like, whoa. No, what happened to my? Oh, they still got the sound effects. Do they work? Yeah. Yes, they do. Good to know. That was probably really loud. Um, interesting, interesting, interesting. Hmm. Overlay. Oh, there's a skeleton. It's not really Halloween anymore, but I guess he can be over there. Um. All right. So let me pull up the Q&A banner, and let's get some questions flowing in the chat. Let's get some questions. Ask away about my YouTube.com videos or future plans for stuff or characters stuff. I don't really care what you ask me as long as it's not personal. So let's get some questions flowing through. It says this is a dancing skeleton. I expected him to start dancing. Is the drifting fixed? I assume you mean in Little Engine Racing. Dude, I haven't touched that game in like a year, so no. Probably not. Also, Roblox Studio did break a bunch of vehicle seat stuff, so. Oh well. Live and learn. That has nothing to do with that. I'm not. Why I said that? Okay. Let's see. When we get like a good amount of people, maybe I'll start doing some polls. We'll see. But we got 7 people watching on a Sunday, which is fair. People probably have better things to do. Oh, now we have 6 people. Somebody didn't like that. Come on, guys. Get some questions in. You guys can't be typing that long of questions. It's not proper grammar. What other banners do I got in here? This is an old one. Let me put the Q&A back one. Man, I said that backwards. Let me put the Q&A one back up. That's what I meant to say. These are some strange banners I got. Don't make fun of how I talk. You. Hold on. Show on stage. You right there. Let's get some questions flowing. People say that. I don't know why you felt the need to quote me on that. Hello, people that have just joined. Hi. Yeah, we're doing a simple Q&A segment. I don't really know what else to do. I would like to do some more poll stuff, but there's only like 4 people watching, so I feel like that wouldn't be very fair. Again, maybe when a few more people show up, we can do something with the polls, but will you ever get your parents to voice act? No. No. What a very odd question to ask. Well, I guess it's not that odd. Some people have done that before, but no. They're too busy to do that. And even if they weren't, I still would probably say no. I don't really think their voices fit any of the characters that I have. It would be funny, but no. Can we voice act? Maybe in the future, if I ever do a casting call, which I've thought about a few times, but I don't really need a cast for anything right now. You didn't have to ask the same question twice, Thomas Lover 1552. Man, this is weird. Like streaming again. I know it's only been 8 months, but thoughts on my friend. All right, dude. All right, we got a funny man in the chat. Everyone, yell at this guy. I asked once on my end. You asked twice, but maybe it just I don't know did a weird glitch. Any video ideas? I do have a handful of video ideas in my back pocket right now. Let's see. I do got a video in the works right now, revolving around Brody and Gordon. I just gotta motivate myself to finish it. I did do some filming just before I started streaming, so that's something. I have some video ideas that I want to do with Edward, Henry, Flying Scotsman, Thomas, Dennis, Boko, Bill and Ben, Porter, Salty, Stepney, the Ironworks twins. I got a few ideas in my catalog right now. I just got to pick which ones I want to do first. All right, man. What's the best excuse I can make to get out and do my homework? I don't have homework. Well, there you go. That's your excuse. Is there a way I can make this skeleton dance? No, I just killed him. Okay, well, sorry, bud. I can make him, like, disappear and reappear. Look at him go. Now he's truly dancing. Right, we'll get rid of him. Oh yeah, I've been thinking of doing another Olympic stream soon. I'm waiting for something to happen, for something to come in the mail before I do the next Olympic stream, but when that happens, I'll do it, and it's gonna be pretty cool. I think it's probably gonna be my best Olympic stream yet. Do you sometimes go down memory lane? And I mean by watching old streams. Yes, I do sometimes watch my old streams just to see what I was talking about back then. See how stupid I was, how cool I was. Sometimes I like to rewatch the Olympic streams, the Demo Derby stream, the Search for Jeff stream. Those are my personal favorite streams, so I like to rewatch those sometimes, especially like while I'm doing chores or something that like takes a lot of time to do, because those streams are several hours long. So I just have it playing, just there. Tug's characters top 10. I don't really know any of their names. I've never watched Tugs because it's never really clicked with me. The only characters I do know are Hercules, 10 Cents. I think one of them is called Top Hat. I think there's one called Sunshine, and that racist stereotype character that they have. Other than that, I can't remember any of the other ones. Real talk, which OC do you think could use a repaint/redesign? Clark. I was talking to a friend about this last night, actually. I've been thinking for a while. I think I want to get rid of the gold on Clark. I know the gold is kind of like a staple, not really staple, but it is like a recognizable part of his design. But to be quite honest, the gold was something I was never a huge fan of. And I've been trying to redefine the backstory of him and his brothers so it explains why they have certain paint colors. Like on their old railway, if you were painted red, that means you were a passenger engine. If you were painted blue, you would be a shunting engine. So Clark and Jeff would both be shunters, and Brody would be a passenger engine. I also don't really like the explanation of how he even has this stupid gold paint all over him. So at some point, and I know some people might actually be hyped that I'm getting rid of the gold. Some people might be a little sad because he's had it for so long. But I mean, let's be real. Can you take him seriously when he looks like that? He's pretty ugly. So at some point, I would like to get rid of the gold from him, especially on his smoke box. I would also like to try to change his facial expression to match more his personality because right now he's got a big old grin on his face when he's supposed to be like sarcastic and kind of mean. So doesn't really his face doesn't really match his personality. So yeah, probably him. Out of like all my OCs, definitely him. Um, Thomas characters top five. Okay, so top five. Let's see. Duncan. Actually, no. Stanley. Uh, Duncan. Oliver. James. Bill and Ben. Those are my top five. What's up, Duck Films? What are the top five Thomas the Tank Engine eras you like the most? Model, CGI, etc. Well, I can't really rank the Railway series because I've never actually read it. I know, yell at me, I don't really care. But I've never read the Railway series, so I can't really properly rank that one. I've also never seen All Engines Go. And obviously, since the new one hasn't came out, you can't really see that one because it doesn't exist. So between Model series and the CGI series, I like the Model series more. But if I'm gonna be biased, All Engines Go is Dookie. I'm not liking how the new show's looking. It's not probably won't be as bad as All Engines Go, but I don't think it's gonna be very good. Railway series is probably good. Again, I've never read it, so it's probably above like the CGI era at least. Although the Model series does have a lot of misses with the hit era. I don't know. It's very weird. So, very strange for me to rank the eras when I am not familiar with all of them. Alrighty. Half the show is dog water. Yeah. Yeah. That's an unfortunate fact. Nintendo Switch games top 10? Do I even have 10 Nintendo Switch games? Let me look at my Switch real quick, see what kind of games I got on here. Oh, it's dead. Well, I know I don't have many games. I don't know if I have 10 of them. But out of the ones I do have, I really like Super Smash Bros. I love Miitopia. Miitopia is one of my favorite Nintendo games just in general. I love it so much. I have the demo of Tomodachi Life, and I've liked it so far, but I don't have the real one, so I can't really say anything about it. Mario Kart's fun. I don't have Mario Kart for my Switch, but I had Mario Kart for my Wii U. It was fun. I'm pretty good at it. At least better than like my entire family. What else? Just like Super Mario in general. That's cool. He's fun. I don't play much Nintendo now that I think about it. Oh, Wii Sports. Dude, I love Wii Sports. Wii Sports, I wish I had it still. God, man, it's such a fun game. I would love to play Wii Sports Resort too. I've never had it, but I would love to play it. Let's see. If you were able to go back in time when you started becoming popular, what would you change? Don't be lazy in murder mystery and like cut out half the deaths. Finish Sodor Up High. I feel like if I finished Sodor Up High, like it would have done like pretty well because the first two episodes have like over 6,000 views. That may not sound like a lot, but for me it is. And people really liked it, despite me not really liking it that much. People really liked it, and people still really like it, and people still would love to see what would have happened. So probably, finish that. Maybe don't make every episode one day after the other, because that burnt myself out pretty quickly. Oh my god. I felt that coming from a mile away. Let's see. Finish the horror game too. People are probably going to call it cringe, but that's fine because you're going to reboot it in the future anyway. Yeah. Why do you always stream when I'm in a car? How am I supposed to know that you're in a car, dude? Welcome, people that have just joined the stream. You're back? Yes, I am. I am back and interacting with you guys. I've missed talking to my audience. Just being able to interact with my community that I've created over these years of doing YouTube. I've missed this. And I appreciate you guys for not flanking on me the numerous of times that I've stopped uploading. And especially during this dry era. Wow. During this dry era where I was only uploading once a month and hadn't streamed in 8 months. So thank you guys. How's your day been? Pretty good. Haven't really done much. I filmed a little bit. Ate a hash brown. That was pretty tasty. Been pretty good. What character do you think needed the biggest update? Are you referring to like within the Thomas the Tank Engine TV show, or are you talking about my characters? Because I'll give different answers for either. Will you make a what if series? Like Marvel what if? About what? Like the show or about my stuff? I mean, I'm asking as if like I would. I don't know. But your characters, okay, which character do you think needed the biggest update? Okay. In terms of design, I do think Clark needs a huge change. I was talking about this earlier. He's ugly. And I know people, so there are some people that like the gold on him. There are some people that don't like the gold on him. And as time has gone on, I've leaned into more of the not liking the gold on him side. Well, to be quite honest, I've never really liked the gold on him. It's just like, it was kind of like a staple of his design. So that's why I kept it. But as time goes on, I start to dislike it more and more. So I definitely want to get rid of the gold, especially on his side rods, because that looks stupid. In terms of like personality, I think a character that needs a big update in personality is Dusty, because he has no personality. Some would argue Jay doesn't have any personality either, but he is currently, like right now as we're speaking, getting personality. This video that I'm working on gives him some character, and then I have another potential mini-series developing where he's the main character, and you'll actually get to see him have a personality that isn't just being some guy that does things. So, but if you're talking about my character models that I've accumulated over the years, like my Trackmaster models, Bill and Ben, yeah, definitely huge upgrade. Starlowy definitely needed a huge upgrade. Arthur for sure needed an upgrade. So different answers. Hope you caught up with that. Los, why obese? Well, my name's not Los, so I'm not obese. Okay, so to answer the what if series question with my stuff, that would be pretty interesting to make a what if series about some like certain videos of mine. It would be fun, but I don't think I would. Because then I have to I'm gonna have to recreate all the videos that like I would like to do. I'm gonna have to recreate everything that happens in them, just like an alternative timeline. But it is fun to think about like what would have happened in a different timeline. Like, for example, like Fool's Gold. Like, what if like I don't know, what if Brody didn't kill King Martin? Spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen that yet. Whoops. Or what's another one? The Chopper. No, that's not what it's called. The horror game. Like, what if a different character won, you know? It would be fun to think about. Probably wouldn't make it an actual video, but it would be fun to think about. Oh man, I've missed a lot of stuff. Top 5 favorite Thomas and Friends characters. I did say this earlier, but I don't mind repeating it again. We got Stanley, Duncan, Oliver, James, and Bill and Ben. Will Trevor be in your next video you're making? No. Trevor is not going to be in every video that I make. I hardly use him. He's kind of just like a prop most of the time. Are you planning on getting a Tommy Oliver? Oh boy, do I have a story for you. So, little fun fact, guys. Back when I went to buy Porter and Murdoch, I was initially going to use that money to buy a Tommy Oliver. However, there were multiple complications with trying to buy him, and my payments would not go through. Now, ergo, I was using a gift card, and the first time things went wrong, it's because I was stupid and I didn't read the fact that it said the gift card was only usable in the United States. And the second time, the gift card wasn't allowed to be used online, or was it backwards? I don't know. But so I couldn't buy him, and instead I bought Porter and Murdoch instead. So are you planning on getting Tommy Oliver? I would love to. It's just like the universe does not want me to have one. Quick question. What did you think of the 2025 diecast range for the 80th anniversary last year? I know there's only like 4 characters that got made, but I would like to see you rank them. All right. So we're talking about the diecast. Thomas, Percy, James, Henry, right? Is that it? And Annie and Clarabelle, I guess. But do they really count? Well, here's the thing. Out of like the characters that were made, the only one I accidentally muted myself. The only one I have is Thomas. Here he is. So I only know what he looks like in person. But going based off of what I've seen in videos and images, I think I'd have to rank them from best to worst. Thomas, Percy, Henry, and James. I don't like James's Gold Insider odds, and I don't know. His cat is really tall. But if I had them in person, it would be way easier to rank them. Can you buy me a Tommy Oliver? Dude, I can't even afford one for myself. Why would I buy one for you? Thomas and Friends Movies Part 5. There's no more movies, dude. Unless you're talking about the All Engines Go one, but I'm not gonna make nutshell videos about those. I don't even have like any of the characters that appear in those, and I'm not about to watch the All Engines Go movies. So sorry, bud. That series ended, what, like 3 years ago? Yeah. Wow, it's been 3 years since that series ended. That's crazy. But yeah, sorry, I'm not making any more Thomas and Friends movies in nutshells. I didn't really like making them anyway. And I've gotten earfuls from some of my friends saying how they hated that series too, so you know who you are. Anyway. Don't forget about the 2026 special coming out this year. Well, I did forget about that. Can I send you a single chip piece of plastic that remains from a Tommy Oliver? No. No. Who would win in a fight? Gordon, James, and Henry, or Thomas, Percy, Toby, and Edward? Well, the second team has more numbers. But, bro, Gordon and Henry are definitely carrying that first team. They are strong and really fast. Ugh, excuse me. This is essentially like two buff men and a regular dude fighting 2 children and 2 old dudes. Saying that out loud, the image of just 2 buff men fighting 2 little kids and 2 really old men is really funny. But yeah, Gordon, Henry, and James would definitely take that. James probably would get knocked out by Edward, but Gordon and Henry can definitely take on the 4. If I donate you $100, can you air my dono? Like, not read it? I mean, I guess. Speaking of soda or pie, I want pie, straight up. I don't know what soda or pie has to do with pie. Tobias? Oh, well, to be quite honest, I don't like the Tobias movies. I know, shoot me. No, don't actually, please. I don't like the Tobias movies. I don't like Tobias and the Half Pariah. I don't like Tobias and the Arcane Merchant. So, I'm saying this as if I liked Misty Island Rescue or Day of the Diesels, but no, I'm not going to parody Tobias and the Arcade Merchant. I only did Tobias and the Half Pariah at the end of the fourth one because I only had two actual Thomas movies left, and I needed something else to fill out the runtime. It was just a little special treat. And at the time, I hadn't even finished watching Tobias and the Half Pariah. I was only halfway through. But, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the diecast range for this year is freaking huge. I'm excited to collect them because I used to collect Take Along Noah as a kid. Yeah, there's a lot of diecast stuff. Round 2, Donald and Douglas or Bill and Ben? Donald and Douglas have the strength, but Bill and Ben definitely have the agility and the speed. Well, if we're taking everything into account, I think Bill and Ben would win. Now, hear me out. I think the reason Bill and Ben would win would be because Donald and Douglas, for some reason, are not good at working together. So I feel like after a while, they start like bumping into each other, and then they start getting mad at each other. And then they're going to start fighting each other while Bill and Ben watch while sipping on sodas and eating popcorn. As if engines can do that. Welcome people to the stream. What's your honest opinion on Tatmar given the recent media over the last years? I don't like it. It's kind of stupid. It kind of breaks everything that we knew about Thomas at that time. It causes so many questions to be asked. It's a really weird movie. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. It's just like it's like a D tier movie. It's like it shouldn't have happened that way. I love Dieselton. I love Splodge. Ladies, whatever. I don't really care about Lady. She doesn't have a personality. But like the movie itself, for a Thomas movie, one, Thomas didn't really do anything, and two, I don't know. It's just really strange. It's just such a strange movie. It causes so many issues within like the Thomas continuity. So also, I can finally get a diecast Oliver and Duck. Finally, I would have gone their take along models, but unfortunately, I don't have eBay. Oh, that sucks. Will you make any movie parodies? Like what movies? I've already done the Thomas movies, and I'm not gonna do fan movies if that's what you're asking. Duck and Oliver or Duncan and Sir Handel? Oh, Duck and Oliver would easily win. Do you know how small Duncan and Sir Handel are? They're not very strong. They're not very fast. Oliver's super fast, and Duck's pretty strong. Yeah, Oliver and Duck are destroying those little guys. Any movie parody? You want me to parody Mr. Peabody and Sherman? No. I'm not gonna make any movie parodies that aren't related to Thomas. I like Duck. Wow, it's almost like your name's Duck's Films. Who would have guessed? You found a VHS tape for $2? That's actually really cool. That's a really sweet deal. Please parody Turbo. I'm not gonna parody Turbo. Whoa, that snail is fat. How would I even parody Turbo with engines? Do I turn Dennis into like a streamlined engine? Whoa, that lazy guy is fast. Like, guys, we gotta address the elephant in the room. What did they do to Duck in the new show? They gave him the biggest nose known to mankind. Let's see. Out of all the Thomas and Friends characters, who would win in a roast battle? Oh, Duncan. Duncan would easily win in a roast battle. Do you know how that guy talks? Dude, Duncan, I'm pretty sure canonically swears in the Rowie series, or at least it's implied that he like has a potty mouth in the Rowie series. Dude, Duncan would be a beast at roasting engines. Use Speed Diesel? Dude, I don't have him. He's like also stupidly expensive. Happy 1 in 365 chance of it being your birthday. You're late. My birthday already passed. I'm not gonna tell you when, but it already passed. Sorry, bud. Let's see. Apart from Thomas, what other fandoms do you consider good? I'm not in many fandoms, so I don't really know how to answer that. I think like the only fandom I truly am in is the Thomas the Tank Engine fandom. I'm a fan of other things that aren't Thomas the Tank Engine. No, that's a lie. I am in the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom sometimes, but like other than that, I'm not really in the fandom of other stuff. So I can't really judge other fandoms from being an outsider. I feel like that would be very unfair. So I don't really know. That's up for people in those fandoms to decide whether or not they're good. Happy not birthday. All right, dude. My birthday is not January 20th, 1980. I wasn't even born in the 1980s or 1990s for that matter. Like, happy not birthday. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Which of your streams did you like the most, and would you relive it? Wow, I can't read. Relive at that time. I love. Okay, if I had to relive one stream, I would definitely relive the Search for Jeff stream. That was one of my favorite streams I've ever done. And I would love to make another Choose Your Own Adventure video so I can do that again with you guys, because that was so fun. That was so fun. Some of you might know this. I did plan on doing another Choose Your Own Adventure video, I think that same year for Halloween. But I ended up canceling it because I like completely butchered the storyline by accident, and I realized I couldn't really undo that. So the only thing that exists, it's like the beginning video, the intro video. You can find it in my unreleased videos playlist. It's called Possession. The thumbnail should be like Clark in black and white or something like that. But I would love to make another Choose Your Own Adventure video and have you guys as an audience play through it and make decisions together as a group. And now that StreamYard has this poll feature, that would actually be way easier to decipher how the how the options go. So definitely that stream. I would love to relive that stream. I have a 2025 motorized duck. Dude, that's awesome. Do you know Reality from Fantasy? Only on Saturdays. Best Tommy model ever made, and please don't say Tommy Oliver. Dude, he is not the best Tommy model. I think the best Tommy model. Okay. I have two that I think are like super good. I'd say either Edward or Arthur. They both look really good. Or Dennis. I don't know where my Dennis is right now. I think he's in my drawer. Oh, hi, Ben. Arthur and Edward looks so good. I love them so much. I'd say one of them, definitely. Why is Jay a piece of bread? I mean, he's pretty bland like one. Huzzah! What's up, Six? Is there any shorts news? Next short is gonna star Neville. I'll say that. Next short is gonna be a Neville-centric episode, and then after that, it's gonna be an Arthur-centric episode. So Neville's up there. He's like exactly. Yeah, Neville's a really good model too. I love his model a lot. Like Edward, Arthur, Neville, Dennis, they all got amazing models. So, which Thomas character do you think is overrated and underrated? Overrated Boko. I do not understand why people overhype Boko so much. That's why in my video, the two videos he's appeared in, he's like a pushover and, well, I wouldn't say stupid, but oblivious, I guess. Because I don't understand what the hype is around him. So I make him act like that to make people mad. Is that kind of pointless? Probably. Is it funny? To me, yeah. Underrated, though? I think I think Timothy's pretty underrated. I don't know. I quite like Timothy. I did not mean to pick both characters that watch Bill and Ben. When am I gonna debut? I don't know. Will Gary appear again? Yeah. He will. Of course he will. Let's see. Will Jay get more development in the shorts or in Soda Mishap? Yes, he will get more development. Jay actually does play a relatively important role in the last 3 episodes of the shorts. And in Soda Mishap, he's going to get a lot of development. If I make it, that is. Okay, Diana, you can stop commenting on your other accounts. I know it's you, buddy. I was gonna say something, and then I got distracted. Hi, people that have joined. Okay, we got a good amount of people here. We got a decent amount of people. Okay. All right, guys. Listen up. All right, guys. Stop saying hi. I know you're here. Okay. So we're gonna do something a little fun. Let me change the music up because this music's been playing for a bit. No, not that one. All right, let's do this one. What are they can? All right, Diana, dude, I'm gonna permanently ban all your alts. Oh wait, hold on. Let me read these real quick. Okay. All right, so we're gonna bring up the poll real quick. We're gonna do a little fun thing. We're gonna do like this is something I wanted to do on my community tab. So I'm gonna like do a little trial run here in the stream, see how that turns out. So I'm gonna put up a poll. It's gonna have the names of 2 of my characters, and I just want you guys to vote on which character you think is better, and then that character will move on to face like a different character, and we'll just keep going until you guys pick who is objectively the best character that I've created so far. I'm not going to include joke characters, though, like Bad Guy and Krusty, because 1, who likes Krusty? And 2, Bad Guy's pretty bad. Let me count how many characters I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm going to have to include... No, I'm not. Who am I kidding? All right. So does everyone understand? Oh, wait. Everyone vote good guy. All right. Let me type out the poll. Who is better? All right, we'll do... And... All right, let me get rid of these other options. All right, first poll is on the way. All right, guys, who's better between these 2? Roland or Brody? Type 1 for Roland and type 2 for Brody. Let's see what you guys pick. What about characters like Michael and Misty? Well, considering they haven't appeared yet, I don't really think it would be fair to rank them because you don't know what their personalities are. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, Brody with 6 votes. All right, guys. Why are you typing 3, dude? I'm going to break your fingers. No, I'm not. Okay. Well, I think that's everybody in the stream. So we're gonna stop the poll. All right, Brody has won, so he'll move on. Let me delete this. Let me make a new one. Who is better? All right, so now we're gonna do Brody versus. Let's do you. All right, guys. All right, who's better between these 2, Brody or Jeff? Type 1 for Brody and type 2 for Jeff. Let's see. Oh, it's tied. Interesting. Oh, man. It's super tied. Dude. This is like a complete 50-50. What the heck? I didn't expect this. All right. Somebody just typed out like a huge number. All right, guys. Everyone steal that guy's cheese. Oh, how do I break a tiebreaker? Wait, no. How do I break a tie? Am I stupid? Uh, I feel very glow. Someone said they're switching to one, so that would put Brody at. All right, we'll give Brody the win since somebody switched their vote to one. Um. All right, let's adjust this. All right, so Brody moves on. Let's put him against this guy. All right, guys. Who's better, Brody or Dusty? Type 1 for Brody, type 2 for Dusty. I bet it's not going to be Dusty. Although me saying that might change people's votes. We'll see. Gotta move all these guys around. Let's see. Yeah, Brody's winning. Yeah, that's what I thought. Buns. Okay, dude. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that Brody wins. All right. We'll stop the poll. Let's edit it. All right, who can we put him against next? Let's do. All right. There's no way like Brody like sweeps everybody, is there? All right, guys. Next poll: Brody or Aaron? All right, type 1 for Brody, type 2 for Aaron. Let's see. Okay, split so far. Oh, whoa. Aaron kind of like pulled out the lead like pretty quickly. What the heck? Oh, man. Not again. What do you mean again? I don't think he's won anything a day in his life. Okay. All right. Ban the guy that just said 6'7". Wait, I'm the only mod here. I'm putting you in timeout. I think I'm gonna just permanently ban that guy. I'm gonna have to undo that later. Well, Aaron wins. So let's stop the poll. Let's reset it. All right, so Brody has finally been dethroned. All right, last one. Oops. All right, guys. Who is better, Aaron or Clark? Type 1 for Aaron and type 2 for Clark. Let's see. This one might be interesting because I know Aaron and Clark, I believe, are my two most popular characters. So right now, Clark's winning. Ooh, wait. Aaron's. Ooh, it's kind of like. Ooh, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Who said 1.5? Okay. Well, I think that about answers perfect 1.5. All right. Well, I think that answers the question. So Clark wins. All right. That was cool. All right. Let's do another round of polls. Let's see. Can you stream later? I want to sleep. No. Clark is the only engine who didn't want to win. Yeah, that's true. Excuse me. All right. Somebody in the chat. Somebody say a random video that I've made. Just any video. I need like 2 different videos. Imagine a sleep stream. I would never do that. Roommates? All right, never mind. Wrap it up, guys. Slowco? Okay, that's a real video. Who's behind the wall? All right, this was a horrible idea. Okay, hold on. All right. Everyone stop talking. Okay. Can you redo the polls? My friend Josh just got here. Dude, I don't care about Josh. Okay, we're gonna do... All right, we're gonna do the season 2 shorts. See which short you guys like better. All right. Um, man, I can't spell. There we go. I should probably plug my phone in. Okay. If my audio changed because I took my earbuds out. All right. Which short is better? We'll do. Let's see. What was the first episode? Show off, show down, and then we'll do the most. Wait, how many shorts have I done? 9. Okay, we'll skip the narrow gauge one because I hate that one. All right. Oop, I almost just ended the stream. All right, guys. Wait, I'm eating cake right now. All right, dude. All right, guys. So between Show Off Showdown and Hazard Stripes, which short do you guys like more? Didn't mean to pause the music. Let's see. Show Off Showdown. Oh, wait. Hazard Stripes. Okay, it's tied right now. Ooh, Hazard Stripes coming in with the little clutch at the end. Type 1 for Show Off Showdown, type 2 for Hazard Stripes. Ooh, yeah, Hazard Stripes is kind of taking the lead. All right. Let's see. Oh, well, let me stop the poll. Yeah, Hazard Stripes definitely won that. All right, so let's see. Reset. Let me do some other shorts. We'll skip number 2 because I hate number 2. What's the third short? Oh, Spencer's Rocket. Okay, I just put Spencer's Rock. No, that's not what it's called. Spencer's Rocket and Pain in the Funnel. All right, guys. Which short is better, Spencer's Rocket or Pain in the Funnel? Type 1 for Spencer's Rocket, type 2 for Pain in the Funnel. I vote the narrow gauge episode. We don't talk about that episode. Ooh, okay. Spencer's Rocket starting off strong. Oh, but Pain in the Funnel tied the votes. All right, bro. Unfortunately, I have not watched any of these, so I'm not going to vote. That's a good idea. I'm glad you're not voting if you haven't seen them. Yeah, if you haven't seen like one of those shorts or any of the shorts for that matter, don't vote. Pain in the Funnel seems to be winning. I'll let it marinate for a few more seconds. See if anybody wants to submit a vote. I think that's a good stopping point. Let's reset it. Let's edit this. All right. Next up, we got Alrighty. Next two, we got Hot-Headed and Cherry Medicine. Type 1 for Hot-Headed and type 2 for Cherry Medicine. Let's see what you guys pick. I can move where the poll is. Oh, yeah, maybe it shouldn't be up there. Or over there, for that matter. There we go. Okay. Oh, I was going to say Cherry Medicine with, like, the sweet, but then... Let's see. I mean, Hot-Headed could... Ooh, maybe not anymore. I haven't watched any of these at all. That's fine. Yeah. I think Cherry Medicine might have won that. Can I run 2 polls at the same time? Is that possible? Okay, I can only have one active poll at a time. Okay. We'll stop the poll here. Let's reset it. Let's edit this. Okay. We got... What's my 5th episode? Is it Rolling Stock? Is Rolling Stock the 5th one? No. Is it? Is Special Agent Rolling Stock the 5th one? I feel like I'm forgetting something. How am I forgetting my own shorts? What am I missing? There's Special Agent Rolling Stock. There's one I'm missing. I skipped the narrow gauge one. What am I forgetting? Am I stupid? What am I forgetting? What am I missing out? Careless Caretaker. That's what I'm forgetting. Thank you, guys. I can't believe I forgot that one. I love that episode. I was trying to, envision the thumbnail. I couldn't think of anything. All right, guys. Next battle. We got Careless Caretaker and Special Agent Rolling Stock. All right? Type 1 for Careless, Type 2 for Rolling Stock. Let's see which short's better. All right, this guy is not having it right now. He's screaming. Ooh, okay. Okay. Ooh, it's tied. Oh, interesting. 2, forgot what happens in 1. Ooh, Special Agent Rolling Stock is taking the lead now. I didn't mean to type 1 that much. Bro, dude spammed it. Who do you think would win in Truth or Dare, Thomas or James? Probably Thomas. Oh, it's back to being tied. I need somebody to break the tie. I need a tiebreaker. Oops. Come on. Somebody give a different answer. How am I supposed to decide the tie? Come on. There has to be somebody out there that hasn't voted. Do I have a coin? I might have to flip a coin. Let me see if I have a coin. There it is. All right, I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads. I just dropped it. Heads. Careless Caretaker wins. Tails. Special Agent Rolling Stock wins. All right. It's tails. I know you can't see it. Well, I mean here. There it is. It's tails. So Special Agent Rolling Stock wins. Let's stop the poll. I almost just turned my camera on. Ow. All right. Let's reset this. Let's edit this. All right. So if my calculations are correct, 4 shorts should have won. Those being... Man, I wish I didn't have short-term memory loss. I think it was Hazard Stripes 1. Then was it... What? Okay, I think... Did Pain in the Funnel win or did Spencer's Rocket win? I can't remember. W Timeless Engines. I mean, Train Guide. All right, man. We do not sound alike. I don't know what you're on about. Pain in the Funnel one? All right. Pain in the... Wow. I'm really good at typing. Pain in the Funnel. Then what was it? Hot-headed one. Right? Yeah. Or to check. Dude, why can't I remember? All right, can someone go back in the stream and tell me which shorts won? Because like, apparently I have the memory of a goldfish, and I can't really look at the stream itself. So, someone help me out here. I know Special Agent Rolling Stock just won. Oops. There we go. Okay, so yeah, Hazard Stripes won. Special Agent Rolling stock. Hazard Cherry Funnel. Okay, so Cherry Medicine won. Okay. Cherry Mexico. Why did I correct? Okay. All right, guys. It's the battle of the shorts. The last 4 shorts. Which short out of these 4 is better? Hazard Stripes, Pain in the Funnel, Cherry Medicine, or Special Agent Rolling Stock? Type 1 for Hazard Stripes, 2 for Pain in the Funnel, 3 for Cherry Medicine, and 4 for Special Agent Rolling Stock. Here we go. I'm excited to see which one wins. Which is the best short of Season 2 so far? We're going to find out. Okay, it's a tie between Stripes and Rolling Stock. Ooh, Cherry Medicine kind of taking 2 votes right now. Oh, okay. Everything's kind of tied right now. Pain in the Funnel is the only one that doesn't have any votes. Fascinating. Ooh, Hazard Stripes with a little sneak pass. All right, bro, you can't vote for multiple, bro. All right, stick with the answer. I do like the broken wall scene. Yeah, that wasn't intentional, but I'm glad it happened because it was really funny. All right, that might be everybody in the stream, so we're gonna stop the poll. All right. So far, the best Season 2 short is Hazard Stripes. That's awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to clear Shorts Award. Hey. All right. Well, congrats, Hazard Stripes. I hope you guys like the new shorts when they come out. I know I said that the next short is going to be starring Neville. I'm going to give you guys what it's called. It's called My Lucky Day. So I hope you guys are excited for that whenever I make it. I gotta finish this video that I'm currently working on. Then I'll probably make that one. But yeah, so it's called My Lucky Day. It stars Neville. Do with that what you will. It's gonna be a pretty cool one. I'm really excited to make this next short. Let's switch up the music a little bit. Nah. Let's just do the lo-fi one. Alrighty. We can go back to the Q&A for a little bit. Bring in some questions. Is the next short / long coming next month? It should come out within the next month. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for some sort of like August release. Did Neville have a lucky day? Gee, man. How did you know? It's almost like he's in the video and it's called My Lucky Day. Someone give this guy the Nobel Prize. Thoughts on the canceled Season 5 episode James and Super Ed? It's such a bizarre episode, and I completely understand why they canceled it. The fact that Bro got struck by lightning that bounced off of Gordon? Like, dude, you can't be making this stuff. I mean, I guess you can be making this stuff up, but why do they take a month, and why have they become longs? Well, the only reason this one's going to take like a month is because I have a different video that I'm currently working on, and I want to finish that. I'm probably not going to finish that until like the very end of the month. And why are they long? Truthfully, I only chose the name Train Guy 56 Shorts because other people were titling their goofy little series as insert their name here, Shorts.
I never really intended for them to be super short. And now it's kind of just stuck being called Train Guy 56 Shorts for two reasons. One, it's literally in the intro of every episode, so it would be really weird if I changed the name. Two, I don't know what I would change the name of the series to. So it's just going to be stuck being called Shorts despite them not being short. Why do you use Trackmaster 2, Thomas, instead of buying a Player 1?
Well, I'll have you know. I do have a Player 1. He's right here. And he's also in the thumbnail, but he's right here. I was using the Trackmaster 2 one because that's the only one I had. But I'm also going to continue to use the Trackmaster 2 one for a little bit. I'm planning something special to switch out my Thomases. You guys won't see that until like November though. Sorry. So the Trackmaster 2 Thomas stays for a little longer. Sorry, Player Thomas. You'll be used sometime in November. Now get out of here, crazy kid. All right. What characters are you planning on upgrading / getting next? Whatever I can afford, honestly. How long do the Train 56 shorts / longs take? Is it a month or do they take a shorter time? They usually don't take that long to make. I can usually make an entire short within like the span of like 3 days. I think the longest it took to make a short was Hazard Stripes, but that's because, excuse me, I took like a long break in between filming the intro and like, oh my god, excuse me, the actual episode. The intro scene with Dennis and Bert, that was filmed multiple months before the actual short, like the rest of the short was filmed. And I'm glad I waited because then I got Airy and Splodge. So, but other than that, it usually takes me about like 1 to 3 days max to make a short. So, I want to welcome people that are in the stream. That's okay. There aren't any better titles out there anyway. Yeah, that's why that's another reason I haven't changed the shorts or changed the shorts name because I don't know what to call it. I don't know what I would call it. Why did they become longer and longer? Because I had more stories to tell. Thoughts on the canceled season 21 episode, Percy, Pug, and Genty? I don't know anything about that. I've heard about it, but I don't know like what happens in it, so I can't give my thoughts on it. Why do they get uploaded like every month? And will in season 2 then get its next episode? Well, here's the thing, right? They get uploaded once a month because I like to space them out. And like sometimes I don't know. I like to make other videos and then make a short and then make other videos and then make a short. That's just kind of how I am. So, but I do understand that there are a lot of people that want strictly shorts. And to those people, I do deeply apologize that season 2 it's taking way too long to finish. So, how did you come up with Mustache Gordon? Well, it's quite simple. I put a mustache on Gordon. That's really it. Here's the funny thing, right? Mustache Gordon wasn't even supposed to be like called Mustache Gordon. I gave my Trackmaster 2 Gordon a mustache because he was supposed to be a different engine for Possession. He was supposed to be just like a random one-off engine named Gabriel. And then I just like never took the mustache off. And I don't remember what he appeared in, but he appeared in something and everybody found him really funny. So then I just kept having him appear more and more, despite the fact he's literally just Gordon with a mustache. So yeah, I literally just stuck a mustache onto Gordon and people really found it funny for some reason. What's your routine when it comes to making videos? Like, how do you lock in? What's the process? That's a very interesting question. So, essentially what I do, I think of a video idea. Like anything could happen.
No, I'm lying. Scratch that off your list. If you're writing this down, scratch that off right now. Let me try this again. I forgot a different step. I usually start, for real, with looking at my cast and picking characters. Then I come up with a plot that those characters could do or that can involve those characters. For example, when I got Boko, I had an idea. I came up with the idea of Slowco because I was just like thinking of like puns for Boko's name. And then I thought Slowco, okay, he can be stuck in slow motion. But how? Then I looked at Dennis. He's lazy. And I thought, what if I get Dennis to get Boko stuck in slow motion? Okay. But now, next problem. How do I get Boko to actually be in slow motion? Boom. Ari and Bert. Ari and Bert are super smart and invent things to mess with people. Boom. They can invent something to make Boko go in slow motion. And then I have the plot. Dennis doesn't want to deal with Boko's hardworking attitude. And then Ari and Bert force Boko to be in slow motion. And then Dennis wants to undo it because he feels bad. Boom. So then I take the plot, and most of my audience probably knows this, but for those that don't, I improvise like 99% of my content. Like a majority of the stuff you see on my channel is completely improvised. Even serious stuff like Fool's Gold is like almost entirely improvised. So, especially when it comes to my skits, those are fully improvised. I only plan out very important stuff that need to happen. Like while I was filming, I grabbed Dennis, I grabbed Boko, and I'm like, all right, I need background characters. Then I grabbed Stanley, Charlie, and Diesel. I'm like, all right, let me film this part. Then I move on to like, what could be funny? What's the next funny thing that could happen, right? Then Splatter and Dodge came in and asked Dennis what he was cooking because he said he was cooked, right? And then speaking of cooking, Scruff, had a history of cooking on my channel. So I brought Scruff in for a little joke, right? So, and then I did the Dennis working scene. That was a planned out thing. I knew I wanted to have a montage of Dennis running back and forth, but I snuck in some little funny moments like Ari and Bert stealing his stuff and Ivo Hugh like randomly appearing in one of the scenes. In case nobody's ever noticed him, he does appear. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny. That's little funny gags, right? Then I planned like the Dennis complaining scene. Like that was a planned out scene. I needed him to complain about Boko and then wish for Boko to be slow. Then like I had for Slowco specifically, I had to really think like what do I want Boko to say so that like because like he can't say too much dialogue because he's gonna be slowed down, so then he's gonna take up so much time if he's like saying like a whole like 200 page essay. So I had to really be careful as to what I made Boko say, and I had to make sure that I spoke in like a normal voice because he was gonna be slowed down, and I had to make sure I didn't accidentally talk slower or faster. Then I was like, okay, I need more like side characters. I got Donald, I added him. I added the funny bit with the spaghetti sauce tanker, and then later I was like, okay, that's perfect. I can set up another joke with Scruff later on. Then I did the chase scene. Then I followed up on the spaghetti sauce tanker with Scruff and Donald broke his ankles because I thought that was funny. So then after I film everything, I edit it. I look through my catalog of music and sound effects. If I don't have something that I need, I go look for it on YouTube. Then I edit it all together, and then I pre-watch it, show it to some friends, make sure it's funny. And yeah, I do realize I didn't mention the thumbnail. Usually, I'll make the thumbnail either like way before I make the video or right after I make the video. It doesn't really matter, but that's essentially how I do it. I know this was a very lengthy process that I just explained, but I wanted to give enough detail so you could understand what I think. Will there be any more shorts content after the finale? I don't know. I've been going back and forth on whether or not I want to do a season 3. But we'll see. The guy that I put in timeout is back. Me waiting so long for each short, it just pains me. Yeah, that's fair. So Mustache Gordon's real name is Gabriel, but everyone knows and calls him Mustache Gordon. Technically, no. If you look at Mustache Gordon's wiki page, it in his little trivia section, it does say he does have a real name, but nobody knows what it is. So people just call him Mustache Gordon because he looks like Gordon with a mustache. I don't really know how to explain Mustache Gordon's existence canonically. So does Bad Guy have a similar story to Mustache Gordon? Yes. I made Bad Guy for my friends because we were messing around in a Discord call and we were like, let's do like an engine version of Squid Game just for fun. And for the front man, I used Scruff and I just taped him up and wrote Bad Guy on it to show that he was in fact the bad guy. And they found it really funny. And I just like never took it off. And then in Shed Stealers, I found a perfect opportunity to bring Bad Guy onto my channel. And people found him really funny. And then I had him cameo a few more times. I made the Bad Guy movie. And now people like this stupid character that I made that is literally just Scruff in masking tape with an angry face on him. So, what TTD character or OCs you didn't really like but ended up liking? Excuse me. I didn't really understand the hype around Stepney for the longest time. I didn't hate him, but I didn't really like him. I didn't really care for him. But then I watched his episodes finally because I never had. And then I was like, oh, he's pretty cool. For my OCs, honestly, I didn't really like Dusty for the longest time. That's probably why he does like jack crap. I didn't really like him, but I like him now, somewhat. Fool's Gold is peak and you did a good job on it. Thank you. I'm glad you guys really liked Fool's Gold. This video that I'm currently working on is in a very similar style to Fool's Gold. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as you guys enjoyed Fool's Gold. I'm very proud of Fool's Gold. Okay, I caught up on all the questions. Phew! All right, let's bring in more. Thirsty. I gotta rewatch Fool's Gold. Yeah, it's one of my favorite videos I've ever made. Question 1. Question 2. Mods, put that guy in timeout. Is Bad Guy dating Bad Girl? Considering I don't have a model of what would be Bad Girl, no. I don't know how that would work. If you had to choose one character not to be brought back in 2026 reboot, who would it be? Stanley. Will you make a sequel of Fool's Gold called Smart's Diamond? Clearly this guy doesn't know what Fool's Gold means, but I've thought about making a sequel to Fool's Gold. But I like leaving the ending of Fool's Gold ambiguous, up to the viewer's interpretation of what happened. So I don't think I will make a sequel to Fool's Gold. I've never seen anybody theorize or question what the ending could possibly mean, but I do like leaving the idea or having the idea of the ending is up to how you guys perceive the ending. So whatever you think the ending means for Fool's Gold, it could be true. It could also not, but it's what you think happened. It's what you think the ending means. So I'm probably not going to make a sequel to Fool's Gold just to keep that ambiguity for the ending. Weird question. What colors did you use for Brody? Let me see. I think I still have his paint in here. Okay, this isn't open. I think it's oh no, that's IvoQ. If I can't find it, you could look at my custom spotlight video I did on him, but I'm gonna try to find it here. Oh my god, I need to throw this paint away. That is not good. Where is it? Hold on, I gotta put you guys down for a second. Oh, there it is. No, I'm a liar. That's just black. Where is it? Did I throw it away? I might have. Oh man. And good riddance. Okay, that's just white. No. Oh, there it is. I found it. Hold up. All right. So, who was the one that asked that question? So for his running board, I used a Apple Barrel gloss dark gray, and for his body, I used an Apple Barrel flag red. For his lining, I just used a white paint pen made by Sharpie. And yeah, I don't know what you're gonna use that information for, but I hope it helps. I'm trying to make a take on Brody. Oh, that's so cool. If you do end up making one, if you want to make like a custom spotlight video in it, dude, tag me in that. I would love to see that. Oh, I almost just fell on my chair. I know I tell you guys I don't want you guys using my OCs in your videos, but I'm not opposed to you guys making models of them. I love seeing people make models of them. I saw somebody a long time ago make a Trackmaster Brody custom. It looked so accurate, but I can't find that video anymore, and it makes me so sad. So yeah, if you want to make like a custom spotlight video on it, dude, tag me in that. I'll definitely like look at it, comment on it and stuff like that. And that goes for anybody. If anybody ever wants to make like a model of any of my characters and, you know, make a custom spotlight video on that, like I'll definitely like look at it. I'll take a look at it and either bully you or tell you that you did an amazing job. All right, I'm not going to bully you. That was a lot. But I've seen this one guy. He made like all of my characters, I think. They all look really accurate. I'm surprised how accurate he did Clark specifically, because like I felt like Clark was a really hard one to replicate, but this guy did it. So, and I find it so amazing. So yeah, dude, definitely do that. That's so cool. What's your favorite steam locomotive? Gordon's class, the A1 Pacific. That's his class, right? Or is he an A2? Whatever. What OCs do you still have to make? Bad Girl and Unibrow Henry included. All right, first off, Unibrow Henry is not gonna exist. I don't know where that came from. Bad Girl? I don't even know why I would make that. What would be the point of giving Bad Guy a girlfriend? He's bad at things, and he's also a bad guy. Like, I feel like that relationship wouldn't work very well. But some characters that I would like to make soon. We got Sandra, Dexter. I would love to make Michael and Misty, but I need to finalize what color I want Michael to be specifically. I made this new character the other day. I have some concept art. His name is Conrad. I would love to make him. Let me know. Would you guys like to see like concept art or like edits I've made for some of my characters that I haven't made yet? Because I have edits I've made of Dexter, Sandra, and Conrad of what I would like them to look like, or at least like a general idea as to what I would like them to look like. Would you guys like to see like a community post about that? Because I would love to show you guys. Yeah, you made Aaron, and he looks pretty cool. Once I get my PC working again, and once I get my 3D printer set up, I might make a custom motorized Brody. That's so cool. If you do end up making that, like, tag me in that. I'll check that out. I might, like, if enough people make like videos making my characters, I'll make like a whole playlist dedicated to like videos people make of making my stuff, and so other people in my audience can go see that. It's been forever. Yeah, it has been a while since I last streamed. What's your opinion on What's your opinion on fire alarms? They're pretty useful. Unibrow Henry is Mustache Gordon's cousin. All right, man, we're not doing this. All right, I already have somebody that's begging me to make Goatee James. I'm not making Unibrow Henry, or is it Beard James? Whatever. I'm not making the big three with facial hair. All right, like Mustache Gordon is a one-time thing. Oh, I forgot to put my gloss coat thing away. Whoops. I'm not making any more. You can't make me. We need Conrad, bro. You don't even know anything about it, and you're already hyped. I still remember during the Olympic stream, people were calling Roland Beard James. Yeah, I don't know where that comes from. Can we make customs based on the concept art, dude? Yeah, why not? I mean, again, like you guys are completely free to make customs of my characters. I would prefer you guys not to use them in videos. However, recently I have considered like lifting that restriction, just as long as you credit me for creating them and stuff like that. I'm not saying I am completely lifting the restriction. You know, you can't put them in like your series or stuff like that. Maybe one day. But if you can make custom spotlight videos of them. You can put them in your collection videos. That I don't mind, just as long as you're not trying to steal them from me. Which I don't think anyone has. So, can you make the fort, dude? I'm not making that. I'm not making Unibrow Henry, Beard James, and I'm not making Harry Edward, bro. So I'm gonna put you in timeout again. Then I'll make a 20-minute thorough video about custom Mustache Gordon. That is the easiest custom to make. You just gotta get a Trackmaster 2 Gordon, paint its running board white, and give him a mustache. I don't think that warrants 20 minutes. No offense, but Mustache Gordon kind of sucks anyway. Yeah, I mean, he is a complete joke character, so he's not supposed to be good. Let's see. Low taper fade Percy. All right, guys. All right. I might have to cut this stream off. What about Monobrow Percy and Eyelash Thomas? All right. All right. I think I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to steal one singular bone from somebody's spine. Buzzcut Billy. You should make Smoke Detector Thomas. What does that even mean, dude? Just Thomas with a smoke detector on top of him? Eyelash Thomas would just be a Shima. That's kind of funny. I got here. Hi, Diana. Again. Oh my god. Oh man, I've been streaming for an hour and a half? Huh. Let's see, what else can I do? Oops. Oh, I haven't seen these in a while. I'm getting distracted. Alright, let's lock in. Serious question. Are you gonna replace any bad state engines like Steven or Duke? Yes, I would like to. They're not priorities right now since they still work and everything. But at some point, yes, I would like to replace Steven and Duke. Will you get the 2026 merch? The only character I'm gonna get, and it pains me to say this, is Flynn Jr. I hate Flynn Jr. I absolutely despise Flynn Jr.'s existence. And I want to make a video where he dies in a burning building. So that would be the only reason I buy him. So just him, nothing else. Thoughts on Thomas Minis? They're all right. They were like fun while they lasted. I wish we got those really cool ones for the 80th that never came out. Was it the 80th? I don't really remember. But they're all right. They're whatever. There's some of them are really ugly. Some of them are really cool. Mixed bag. Make Toby the electric engine. No. Ugh. I felt a yawn coming on and it just didn't happen. Will you make an original versus replacements video? I mean, no. Not where the originals fight the replacements anymore. I do want to make videos replacing Henry, Edward, and Thomas. I have ideas for those, so. What's your opinion on the Flying Scotsman? He's pretty cool. Can you make a mukbang with Diesel 10 eating a cheeseburger? No. Would you introduce Mighty Mac if you got them? Yeah, I would love to introduce Mighty Mac. They're so funny, despite the fact that Mighty has hair. Streaming without me, SMH my head. I deeply apologize, Fergus. See, I would have asked you, but I flipped a coin whether or not I should ask you, and it landed on tails, which meant no. So, I deeply apologize. Fergus Fan 1 from the Fergus Fan 1 YouTube channel. Did you know Bogo's brother is named Kobo and sister named Vicky? I didn't even know Bogo had siblings. I looked at my Bogo after saying that, and he's just like staring at me like, dude. Bogo's so stupid looking. If you get Mighty Mac, will you make a Mighty Mac and cheese cooking video? Probably not. That joke was funny for like a month, 5 years ago. So, Train Guy, watch out! Train Games is behind you. I'm sitting right in front of a wall. I don't think he can. What the? I can't believe it. He escaped Antarctica. Guys, I think I'm gonna do soda races again. Money's been kind of tight. I need money, so rebooting the soda races. Let's get it. I'm lying, obviously. I would like more of Chuck. Oh, well, yeah, I can make more videos about Chuck, showing what his actual personality is like, not just pretending to be Duck the whole time. Yeah. Make another Hungry Games. Next time I get hungry. Oh man, I missed a lot. What the heck? Did you know that every year kids lose their Thomas toys outside? They become the Thomas Transformer and hunt down Thomas YouTubers. Glad I'm not a Thomas YouTuber. Have you heard of the storyline Charlie the Choo Choo? Are you talking about Choo Choo Charles? Dude, who's behind the wall? Dude, bro. Dude traveled back in time for this question. Welcome people that have joined. Let's see. You know, I'm kind of surprised that you never made a video about Charlie being a killer clown. I don't think Charlie's ever killed anyone on my channel. Has he? I did make a list documenting all my characters' crimes. I don't think he's killed anybody. Just, like, punched people. I don't know why Charlie would be a killer clown. Unless there's, like, an evil version of Charlie. Actually, this reminds me. For the longest time, I've had this video idea. Do you guys remember... Well, some of you might not, because I know some of you guys are pretty young, but for my older audience, do you guys remember way back on the early days of the internet, there was this challenge called Charlie Charlie? Some of you might recognize that. So I wanted to make a video where, for like a Halloween special, where Charlie plays that game. And then he like becomes possessed by like a bad guy or something. I don't know. I never really thought it out thoroughly, but I liked the idea of using the title Charlie Charlie for something relating to Charlie. But I never really thought of it like fully. So it's always just been sitting on the back burner until I can think of something. Train Guy Boko is going to be... I can't read. Boko is going to be there when you sleep. I mean, he is kind of like on my desk. Like, that's a few feet away from my bed. He would have to jump off my desk and then climb to my bed. Loki, if Soda Races got a reboot, give him voices. That'd be original. Yeah, I know. I've thought, like, something I've always wondered about Soda Races is why have there never been voice actors? But then I see Soda Races with voice actors, and it just, like, I don't know, it just doesn't fit, if that makes sense. We'll see. Maybe. Welcome people that have joined. Let's get the super engines again. All right. Everyone yell at that guy. Yell at this guy. Why would you dare suggest something like that? I'm going to make a sequel to the Brad the Breakman theory I made like 2 years ago. Dude, I'm going to be honest. I watch your theory videos, and I'm low-key excited for you to make a sequel to that. Make more theories. I'm not demanding them. I should clarify. I lost my Edward once in a zoo. Dude, I left my step-knee at a dry cleaners when I was a little kid. And my brother lost my wooden Rowie Jack at Walmart. Make an episode on how Ivo Hugh is somehow alive. I do need to make an Ivo Hugh-centric story. Excuse me. Charlie did almost die in Cherry Medicine. Right, but he's never killed anyone, I don't think. He's just almost died. I have a new appreciation for Charlie after the 2026 Charlie. I've never really understood why people didn't really like Charlie. Like, he was written to tell bad jokes. Like, that's how he's supposed to be. Like, he's not like Billy, where he was written in an annoying way. He just was written to be a bad joke teller. Like, I get that, like, you know, his jokes aren't funny, but I don't think they're supposed to be funny. Opinions on the Boko meme? What's the Boko meme? I used to do Charlie Charlie in school. Bro was trying to possess or like try to haunt his whole class, bro. Make an evil version of Charlie, the 2026 one. No, I don't think that would go very well with the fans. What's your favorite British train class? The A1 Pacific. It's pretty cool. I also like the 9F Murdoch's class. That's really cool. I've missed a lot. Do you have mirrors in your room? Yeah, 2 big ones. I apparently buried a take and play lady outside my caravan, so she's really the lost engine. That's funny. Is Billy your most hated character? No. He's up there. I do hate him, but he's not my least favorite character. My least favorite character is Cleo. I know, very random character. And Rebecca, but I despise Cleo. Cue the episode of Charlie and Eddie where Edward didn't laugh the first time Charlie ever told a joke. The Boko meme is the meme where videos yell Boko. Oh, the Boko insert music. It's kind of funny. It's one of the funnier memes that this fandom has created. This fandom isn't exactly known for having very funny memes, I must admit. I find it humorous, so. Make a second Percy's gambling addiction. I don't have the slot machine anymore. It wasn't mine. I just came up with a funny idea where red paint is now banned in Sodor and James is going to go insane. That would be really funny if someone made a video like based off the lead paint crisis. That sounds really bad. But like where there's lead in red paint like on Sodor and it like makes like the engines really sick, so the engines can't wear red paint anymore. And James is like, oh no, you know, and he has to like, he's like hiding so he doesn't get unpainted or something. I don't know. Do you remember that one Train Olympics stream where someone said punk? I actually made just a green bean truck with a paper taped, with paper on. Wow, I can't read. With paper taped on with punk and an angry face. That's kind of funny. All right, bro. Bro thought he could get me. I'm not reading that. Maybe he tries a different gambling game, like blackjack. I don't know anything about blackjack. I don't know how that works. I don't typically make sequels to my skits. It did. Person's Gambling Addiction did do pretty good, but I don't know if I make a sequel to that. Unpainted, exactly. James is like trying to escape the island or something, or just like hide away so he doesn't get turned into a different color. Question: how did you get Skarloey's funnel from Train Games? I beat him up and sent 5 penguins to slap him silly. Let's see. Let's change up the music a little bit. Let's go Feeding the Ducks. Oh, no, I did that earlier. We'll do Into Space. No, Daydreaming. Yeah, there we go. Will you move? Wow. Will you move? What the? Will you use string to move the characters instead of your hands? Yes. Actually, I don't know if you could tell, in Slowco, I use string to move Dennis in the nighttime station scene. What color is a lemon? You bonehead. It's the same name as... It's the same... its color is the same name as... Wow. You know what? There goes the joke, because I stuttered. Its color is lemon. That's the joke I was trying to get at. Would Jack run blackjack if you ever did put blackjack in an episode? Well, I don't have Jack, so... Stupid question. What rhymes with orange? Orange, door hinge, pole ridge. No, not really. Orange, door hinge. That's all I got. Make a backstory of Ronald from Space Camp. All right. I probably should explain this because I do realize how confusing this must have been. I do not own Ronald. Ronald is owned by my friend Diana Starr. We met up and made that video together. And she brought Ronald. So I can't make a video about Ronald. That's something she has to do. Unless we meet up again. But it's a little difficult. So yeah. I would love to see her make a video about Ronald and Scruff in Space Camp. But I can't do that. So yeah. Probably should have explained that in the actual video itself that I do not own Ronald. I think I did put that in the description or something. I don't remember. Oh shoot, my bad. You're good. Make a backstory of Ronald from Space Camp. Oh, speaking of Diana. Thoughts on? That's pretty cool. In one of the Soder miss-up clips, Brody mentions Molly. Will she be wooden railway or will you get a tractor? I'm gonna get a motorized Molly. I need to end stream. I'm gonna get a motorized Molly. I actually have a really good idea for her character, so... Plot twist, it wasn't Scruff who he met at Space Camp. It was Bad Guy. That's funny. I like that. I forget. Did Scruff ever make it out of jail? Yes. And then he got arrested again. So... he got out and then went back in. Poor little guy. Not really. Scruff has been arrested so many times in my videos. I think I'm going to call the video Recalled Paint. Yeah, definitely do that video idea. I think it would be really funny. Can you give us any random soda or mishap info?
Someone is not who they seem. And someone has more ties to another character than meets the eye. Death is a very important factor in soda or mishap. There's my random soda or mishap drop of the year. You got arrested for being stupid, yeah. Have you ever accidentally chipped the paint on one of your OCs before? Yes. In Quest.mp4, Aaron's wheels got scratched up a lot. And in the search for Jeff, literally everybody got a little bit chipped because I kept throwing them off my bed, except for Clark, since he never died in that video. When I moved, everybody except for Roland, because he didn't exist, got a little chipped because they were bashed against each other. So let's get Sandra X Clark on Twitch and kick. Dude, everyone bully this guy. I've been telling you, bully this kid. Don't actually. When you get Mighty Mac, would you do a hair club for engines that have hair? So just like Mighty Mac and Arian Burt. Clark is built different. Yeah, he is. Let's see. Oh my god, it's almost been 2 hours. Yeah, I've missed doing this, man. I don't want to stop like streaming. I mean, I'm gonna have to eventually, but. Oh yeah, I guess Chuck and Mustache Gordon do have facial hair. Whoops, forgot about that. I don't know how I forgot that Chuck has a full-fledged beard. If Scruff was arrested for being stupid, then how's Jeff still rolling? Well, Jeff's a different kind of stupid. Scruff is stupid in like everything he does. Jeff just like is forgetful and can't read. 24-hour stream? I'm not doing a 24-hour stream. You cannot make me. I've done like a 12-hour stream once. What's the funniest Thomas and Friends moment you've ever seen? The funniest moment is probably in that one Hit Era episode where like Emily is in charge and Percy and Mavis crash in the far distance, and you just see this massive explosion in the far distance. That is so funny to me for no reason. Oh my god, excuse me. I'll buy you an Oliver if you do one. If I do what? A 24-hour stream? Dude, that would be all of my StreamYard time wasted in one day. I'm using that episode as inspiration for my new video. Nice. What TTT character got gutted the most in this franchise? Henry. I'm sorry, but probably Henry. I'm just gonna have a little poll running there. What OCs of yours do you think we know little about? Not including characters like Misty or Conrad. Well, obviously you wouldn't know anything about them because, well, they don't exist yet. But you guys, I know for a fact you guys don't know a lot about Jay, Roland, or Dusty. I don't think you guys know as much about Aaron as you probably think you guys do.
There's a lot about him that you guys definitely do not know about. What would you want to replace? Or, wow. Okay. Would you want to replace Diesel 10 at some point? Yes. I've been looking for a Player Diesel 10 or Trackmaster Diesel 10 to replace him with. As funny and as cool as it is that he can move Pinchy, my Diesel 10 is fat. He's very fat. So, yeah, I would love to replace Diesel 10 at some point. But he's not a huge priority because my Diesel 10 doesn't look bad. He's just fat. Does Jeff have plot armor? Considering he literally got brain damage, no. What other OCs are you planning to make, and what would their names be? Let's see. We got a few. We got like characters like Jasmine, Landon. I just looked at my list of OCs. I think Tanner, Merc, Isaac. Just like characters that don't really matter all too much. Like Sandra, Dexter, Michael, Misty, and Conrad are all going to be like important characters to the stuff that they're going to be in. The characters like Jasmine, Isaac, Tanner, Merc, they're not going to be super important. They're going to be side characters that don't appear for very much. But like Isaac is going to be very important to Aaron's lore specifically. Jasmine is going to tie into Michael and Misty's lore. Landon is probably just going to be like a side character that only appears every so often. But some of them I might scrap, so we'll see. Am I the only one in the stream who doesn't hate Krusty? You should. He sucks. You should have an OC named Cade or Adrian. I think I did consider Adrian for somebody. I don't remember who, but I feel like I did consider that name for somebody at some point. Probably Aaron, because they both start with an A, but who knows? Oops, I didn't mean to put that one on the screen. Let me look at this poll. Who smells worse, Whiff or Scruff? Whiff. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we'll take the poll down. Let's see. Hope you guys have been doing well as of lately. Hope everyone's been enjoying their stuff. Thank you for noticing my number one. Yeah, dude, you're welcome. Oops. Do not click on that. I did not mean to send that. Hold on, let me delete that. I didn't know that's what that did. StreamYard trying to promote themselves. Don't click on that. That's my bad. I think it says it in my description. I need to remove that after the stream. I hate that StreamYard does that now. It's so stupid. I need like pro for this? That's stupid. Whatever, man. I'm gonna take this time to show off the fact that I colored in Porter's buffers. I know people probably don't really care, but I think he looks better with painted buffers. Look at him. He's so cool. When are you gonna do another unboxing live stream? They were fun. I missed them. Well, first I need to get something to unbox. According to some friends, somebody is sending me something eventually. So when that gets here, yeah, I do like doing my the unboxing streams. They're pretty fun to do. Krusty is literally a grown man wearing cat ears and as dumb as a brick. Exactly. He's also gross. He eats his own dead skin cells. Painted buffers lift him so much. Yeah, they do. Porter is a cool character. He is such a cool character. Just like look at this guy. He's just so cool. I'm so happy to have him. I really like Porter. The last Trackmaster 1 engine ever made. Where did the Discord server go? It's still up. It's in my description. Or my about section on my page.
Like when Diana tried to steal him from you and tried to list him on eBay for $5,000. Yeah, I can't believe she did that. I was so mad. I stole $5,000 from her bank account when she did that as compensation. So. Are you going to make any new OCs? A lot of OC talk today. I like that. Yes. I have plans on making Dexter, Sandra, Michael, Misty, and a new character I created recently called Conrad. I do have two new Joe characters I would like to make at some point. One of them is called Vincent Van Gogh. He's a van who is covered in, different colors of paint. And the other one, I haven't decided a name on him yet. But he's supposed to be like a very old British dude who has a very bushy mustache. They're not very crucial. I don't really need to make them. They would be funny to make, but I'm not really keen on making those two anytime soon. But I would love to make my serious ones. I have made edits of Dexter, Sandra, and Conrad. And I'll probably make a community post about them. Michael and Misty, I don't have edits for yet. I need to decide what I want them to look like. I know I want them to be like the cousin class of Ryan, but I need to find 2 Trackmaster 2 Ryans to turn them into. And I also need to finalize what colors I want them to be. Right now, I'm leaning towards Michael being a dark blue and Misty being a dark purple. Initially, Michael was a bright orange with neon green lighting, and Misty was a light purple with white lining. Very obnoxious looking colors. So I think it would be best to change their colors to be darker. I know purple isn't exactly a common color for engines, but I think Misty would look very nice in a dark purple. So she gets to still be purple. Michael's no longer going to be orange. I think he's probably going to be dark blue with like white lining, but we'll see what happens. Oh God, I missed them. Is Mustache Gordon alive? Yeah, he is. What do you think of the Thomas DVDs and I guess VHS tapes as well? Well, I don't have any VHS tapes. I do have a lot of DVDs. They're cool. Are you gonna make an Abomination scrap engine? I have been thinking. I think I'm the only one who knows about the Diesel character in TTD named Logan. No, you're not the only one. There's a few people that know about him. I know about him. I don't really care about him, but I know he exists. He's just a little dude from like the books, and had those like weird videos on YouTube.com. Logan is a steam engine. Oh, I thought he died in Engine Boot Camp. Oh no, he did die in Engine Boot Camp. Yes, Dodge and Mustache Gordon did canonically die in Engine Boot Camp, but since Engine Boot Camp isn't really canon to anything, and even if it was canon to like the skits, everything resets the next day anyway, they would have been brought back to life. So, do you know how many times my characters have died? Multiple times. Actually, that brings me to a fun little fact. A few months ago, I sat down and counted every single time a character in my videos have died. I have a whole slideshow presentation dedicated to how many characters have died. I had to update it because some characters have died in recent videos, but yeah. Did Mustache Gordon fight during World War II? I don't know. Probably. Will you make an actual top 10 favorite Thomas and Friends episode list? Probably not. I mean, I do have a top 10 list, I think, but I probably wouldn't make a video about it. Commentary videos aren't really my strong suit. I was gonna dabble into them like a year or two ago. I had this video idea talking about how weird the faces are in Thomas and Friends, but I never finished it. I barely even started it. So, commentary videos just aren't like my thing, you know. What's your favorite Thomas model? If you're talking about like within the show, I think Murdoch's model looks really cool. If we're talking about like the toys, Edward, Player Edward, and Arthur, and Neville, and Dennis, they all look really cool. They're really good models. All right, let's see. I'll keep going for another, like 10 minutes? Then I'll end the stream. So you have 10 more minutes. So at the 2-hour, 12-minute mark, that's when I'll wrap up the stream. Alrighty. So yeah, get any last-minute questions out. Who's better, Neville or Logan? Well, Neville actually appeared in the episode. So, Neville. If you had the ability to own one of the TTE model from the model series, who would it be? I would love to own. Ooh. Okay. I was gonna say Murdoch, but he's huge. I would love to own like Oliver or Stanley, or Neville would be cool to own. Henry would be awesome to own. Where's my money? I don't owe you anything. Any hopes for the 2026 reboot coming out this year? I hope it cancels. I hope it gets canceled. Any last words for you? Do you have any last words? Do you have a least favorite Thomas character? Cleo. I hate Cleo. That's her name, right? I think so. Cleo. That stupid car train thing that can go up and down. I hate her. You should make an episode called Clark's Crash Outs. I mean, he does yell at people a lot, so. Does he? I don't know. Who am I kidding? He doesn't really yell. No, he talks like this the entire time. So who am I kidding? My least favorite Thomas character is Hannah. Her voice is so annoying. Dude, I forgot that Hannah even exists. I've never seen Hasty Hannah. What's your favorite and least favorite video you made on your channel? Oh, God. Least favorite? My first ever rap battle. Timothy the Ghost Engine versus the Chopper Engine. Oh, that was such a bad video. Oh my God. I don't know what I was thinking when I made that video. It's so bad. I'm so glad it's private now. There are a few videos that, very few videos of mine that I've privated because I really do not like them. Like that video I just mentioned, and another very old rap battle, Brad and Bob versus Salty Mavis. What else have I privated? Midnight Jingles. I don't like that video, so I privated it. But, Timothy the Ghost Engine versus Chopper Engine rap battle is just, it's so bad. Oh my God, bro, it's so bad. Actually, I found the notebook that I wrote the lyrics in, and dude, I was reading over it, and I was like, bro, what was I cooking back then? I was cooking nothing. I was just saying words. Favorite video? I think my favorite video so far is the search for Jeff. Fool's Gold is a very close second. What do you think of the new 2026 diecast so far? I hate all their faces. I don't like how Mavis looks. I don't like how Toby looks. Oliver's pretty short. They killed Ben. Yeah. What's a stream you wish you never did? Any stream where I've accidentally showed my face. Slight question, but why is the Super Engines taken off your channel? I want to know because I'm confused. I do not like the Super Engines. That's another one of my least favorite videos I've ever made. I never made like a part 2, and it was an idea I had when I was young. It was really stupid. I do not like Super Engines. It's always weird to me when viewers of mine bring up the Super Engines because, like, one, it wasn't that popular, and two, it never got like a follow-up video. So hearing the name the Super Engines, like, it like wakes me up like a military soldier. Like, it gives me PTSD. Who's worse, Krusty or the Chopper Engine? Krusty. Although the Chopper Engine does need a reboot. He's pretty cringe. Alright, I got 2 minutes left. No, I don't. I got 4 minutes left. I'm awesome. Are you planning to make a cinematic video one day? Like movie nights and stuff? I would like to. The only thing is, it just takes a lot of time. So, but I would like to, yes. I have tried out moving eyes before, as you guys might have seen in a community post I made like a year ago. So, I am currently uploading my theory video. I will be watching that after the stream. Blood was cooking air in the rap battle. All right, man. You don't gotta. I saw your other insults. You don't gotta keep yelling at me. Ooh, that voice crack. Kind of nasty. Oh, I should repaint Murdoch's buffers. Thoughts on the 2026 motorized? To be honest, I like Percy, but I don't know. It's just like the Rare series. I mean, Percy, like, his shape looks fine. It's just his face that sucks. And their quality control on the 2026 motorized engines is so bad. They have such horrible quality control. How many trains do you have? And how hard is it to find a specific character? I don't know how many engines I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna. All right. I give up. At least 7. I know that for a fact. But it's hard to find characters. Like, I've been looking for Proteus. Oliver is obviously hard to find for a good price over here. I've been looking for Hong Mei to make Sandra. Not been easy. So, I wasn't yelling. I was saying your other rap battles are fire. Oh, well, thank you. I was exaggerating. I know you weren't actually yelling at me. Let me look at Murdoch real quick. Murdoch, come here real quick. His back brothers are fine. Yeah, I definitely need to repaint Murdoch's front bumpers. I'll do that when I finish this video because he appears in it, and I don't want there to be weird continuity where his buffers are unpainted and then painted in a later scene. I'll buy you a criticism. Proteus. All right, how did you type Proteus so drastically wrong that it autocorrected to criticism? Who's your most damaged train? If it's Scarloi or Scaroli, then who is second? Probably Chuck. Probably Chuck. I mean, if I get him out. Like if I open him. First off, that happens. Second off, if I can. You see that? See, that's not supposed to happen. So, probably Chuck. I have an alternative channel called. Let me find most of my Tom stuff. Pussy.
All right.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Let me put you guys over there. Let me put Chuck back together. Come on, Chuck. There we go. I can't believe Chuck is canon to the Rowie series. Is his name Chuck because you chuck him at a wall? No, his name is Chuck because the words chopped and duck combined make Chuck. That's not actually how I came up with his name, but it was a really funny coincidence. Alrighty. I think now is a good time to wrap up the stream. Been streaming for, a little over 12 hours. So, thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. It was fun being able to stream again, being able to interact with you guys again. I'll definitely stream more in the future. About what? I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. Chuck is better than Mustache Gordon? Yeah, I do agree. Goodbye, Locomotive Being 21. Thank you, the guy. So yeah, this is Train Guy 56. Signing out for now. I'll see you guys probably next upload. Goodbye.